Hey boys and girls, and welcome to Bedtime Bible Stories here at Valley View Baptist Church. Tonight we get to hear from Brother Dustin Shewcraft.
Hey boys and girls, it's Brother Dustin here. I hope you guys are all doing well, enjoying the start of summer, getting outside and playing, and just enjoying not being in school or having to do any homework. So now I want to tell you a Bible story, but before I jump into our story for tonight, I wanted us to kind of remind you, because it has to do with the story that I taught last time, if you can remember that. The story that I taught last time was about Joshua and the Battle of Jericho. So if you remember, Joshua was the Israelite leader that came after Moses had passed away. And his first great battle that he led the children of Israel into was the Battle of Jericho. Now remember, Jericho was a big city and had really tall walls that the Israelites were going to have to figure out a way to get over. And God gave them some very specific instructions on how they were going to defeat the city. If you remember, they were for 7 days to walk around the city. And for those first 6 days, they were to walk around the city one time. And then on that seventh day, do you remember how many times they were supposed to walk around the city? Here we are. We just finished going around the city 7 times. I need everybody to grab their trumpet. I need you to blow your trumpet up into the air. That's right, 7 times. They were to walk around the city 7 times, scream as loud as they could. And the walls crumbled. God gave them a great victory. Just like God gave them some very detailed instructions about how they were to defeat Jericho, even after the walls fell, God gave them some instructions that they were to follow and obey. God told the Israelites that they were to destroy everything in the city of Jericho. They weren't to leave anything. They weren't to take anything with them. They were to destroy it all. But there was one man in the nation of Israel by the name of Achan. Achan didn't obey exactly what God told him to do. The Bible tells us that Achan took of the things of Jericho. It says he took clothes, these fine clothes from people that would have lived there. He took gold. Now, Achan knew that he had done wrong. He knew that he hadn't obeyed. And guess what he did with those things that he stole? He didn't get to enjoy the gold. He didn't get to enjoy the clothes. No, he knew he had done wrong, and he knew he had to hide it. So the Bible says that he took the things that he stole, and he went back to his tent, and he buried it under his tent. And I think at this point, Achan thought he had gotten away with it. And the Bible tells us in Joshua chapter 7 and verse number 1, it says, "But the children of Israel committed a trespass in the accursed thing. For Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zerah, of the tribe of Judah, took of the accursed thing, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel." Because of Achan's sin, the nation of Israel was now not in a good place and in good standing with God. There was sin in the camp of Israel. After Jericho, there was another city that they were supposed to go and conquer, and this was just a small city by the name of Ai. Normally, the children of Israel would have had no trouble taking over and conquering the city. But because of the sin of Achan, they lost that battle. And other Israelites would have died in that battle, and they had to retreat. The Bible says that Joshua was very upset. He was very sad because God had just given them this great victory at Jericho, and now they'd suffered this defeat at Ai. And then God revealed to Joshua that there was sin in the camp of Israel. And he showed him who it was. And he got to Achan, and the Bible says that they asked Achan about it, had he done anything, and Achan admitted to what he had done. He had done wrong, he had disobeyed, and now there was consequences for what he had done. And the Bible says that Achan and his entire family were punished. They were killed because of his sin. What a sad ending. Last time that I was able to be with you and tell you a story, the Israelites had great victory at Jericho. And now because of sin, there's great sadness, and they're in a place where they just lost a battle. I just want to remind you guys, there's going to be times when you know what you're supposed to do, just like Achan did. Achan heard the same instructions that the rest of the nation of Israel had heard. They were not to touch anything and take it with them. They were to destroy everything at Jericho. But he was tempted to take something. He saw the gold. He saw the clothes. And he thought how much he wanted that. And he took it with him. And he gave in to the temptation. And then he tried to hide it. Then he tried to cover it up, thinking that he could hide it from God and hide it from everyone around him. And think about it, he couldn't even enjoy it. He couldn't even use what he had taken. And that's what sin will do. When we do things that are wrong, when we try to cover it up, we're miserable. We can't enjoy it because we know as children of God, it's wrong. We know that we displease God. And as Christians, there is nothing that brings greater joy than pleasing the Lord and doing what He's asked us to do. So the next time that you're faced with tempted to do something, and maybe you give in and maybe you do mess up, don't hide it. Get it right away. Don't be like Achan and try to bury it under your tent. Don't be like him and try to cover it up and maybe lie to mom and dad or tell a story or try to get somebody else in trouble even. Because there's punishment, there's consequences for our sin. And sometimes those consequences, they don't just affect you. They can affect those around you as well. So I just want to encourage you. And this is something I tell my kids all the time. Just do what's right no matter what. Do what is right no matter what. Even as adults, we have to make decisions each and every day if we're going to do what's right or if we're going to make a decision that could not only hurt us but our family. So next time mom or dad asks you to do something, just do what's right away. Even if you don't want to, even if you're tempted to do something else that's wrong, do what's right away. God will bless you for it, and you'll have joy because of it as well. And after that sin was dealt with in the nation of Israel, there was peace between them and God again, and God ended up giving them victory at Ai. So I hope you guys are doing well. Continue to do what's right this summer. We love you. We can't wait to see you, and we hope you have a good night. Good night, boys and girls.
Thank you so much, Brother Dustin, for that awesome lesson. And thank you guys for joining us. Good night.